So, going through the videos that I have on my subscription list and my homepage, this is the one that stood out to me the most. This video right here, I feel like would be very important for a lot of people of Toronto, simply because we need to learn how to build bridges and not burn bridges. So, based on the description, what I have read, some of the comments, there are two routes we can go with this video. There are two routes we can go. We can bash, or we can speak power, we can speak life, we can speak energy into the kind of things that we should be doing with the outside world around the Canadian border. So, with that being said, y'all know what time it is. You know where you at. Hey, tap in right here. Let's make it happen, all right? Yo, right here. Right here in the small box.
I'm heating up. I'm trying to burn down Toronto. Better keep 6 feet space. This 6-side shit contagious. Money coming in. All I see is numbers. Like I'm in the Matrix. We've been in the trap.
Yo, right here. Right here in the small box. Right here in the small box. Welcome back to Single Seater Reactions, only on the Flex and Mind Network. I am Flex. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're enjoying your day. It is a lovely Sunday evening currently. Salute to everybody that's tapping in with this video. I feel like this video, this conversation, is going to be very important for Toronto. This is going to be a very pivotal conversation for Toronto. And with this video, with this individual that goes by Scrufacejean in front of us, salute to him. Salute to the other names that are going to be listed. We are going to dive in with this conversation. The title of the video is, are we the worst thing to happen to hip-hop? Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the reaction. Hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop my videos. And let's go ahead. Let's dive in. Let's tap in. Let's go.
I wasn't even going to do a video about this, but then I realized that this is actually a great topic. It's a very good hip-hop topic. And low-key, I think an overshooting that showed people's hand and kind of is causing more of a blatant shift, not just in hip-hop, but hip-hop media. Now, there was this tweet that went out, right? And obviously, and we're going to talk a lot about stan wars in this video. We're going to talk about how a lot of this is attempted to try to ruin the conversation of hip-hop, how a lot of non-hip-hop people have infiltrated the culture and are really using it more as a platform to just get tweets off than they are actually consumers of hip-hop, even the people that they pretend to stan. You feel me? And it's not just one fan base. I've noticed this on a lot of stuff, but we're going to talk about specifically one tweet from obviously that came from one fan base. So the tweet says the worst thing that happened to hip hop, right? And it has a picture of all of us. First of all, my tweet was, oh my God, I happened to hip hop. Mama, we made it.
Who made this tweet?
Now, obviously, this page is a page from Toronto, and this is an...
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I came in here with the intention of just not necessarily informing, not necessarily just like telling, but just more on inspiration, drive, energy, climate, and how to expand your network outside of the country. I think we done made a turn. I think we done made a turn down a road that it might get even more interesting. Let's keep going.
OVHO page. We've gone through this a million times. We know what it is. This might be a good video for me to talk about my theory about OVO Twitter accounts are really against Drake and not for him. But we're going to talk about that later too. But let's just break this down, right? Let's break this list down. And I don't know if the...
Oh, no! Oh! hoops. Why? Oh, no. I gotta find this tweet. Let me switch my screen, please. So this video is gonna the format is not gonna be as it should, but we're still gonna be going around diving in with the shits. All right. And salute to Hip Hop Hoops. Big salute to Hip Hop Hoops. Big salute to Toronto Rap Stars. Big salutes just to the little conglomerates, the little like the little accounts that are out there building and trying to like expand. Maybe I'm gonna give them grace. Maybe they are maybe it's on some sort of rage bait kind of situation. I'm just here to get a better understanding. I'm staring at the tweet right now. I'm looking at the 9 individuals that they put up here. I'm just fresh into the video. I don't know what's going on, but I am very concerned. Let's get back to the video and continue and see where scrufacejean is going with this so we can go ahead, dive in, and give our own thoughts. So just bear with me. I'm learning as we go, and let's make it happen. But don't get it twisted. I still have things to say.
Other people will make a video about this. I don't, whatever. But I only did this because of the conversation of what's going on in hip hop right now and culture and this, that, and the third, right? Before I even get to breaking down these people, let me say something. If somebody saying that hip hop isn't a great place offends you, makes you mad, or triggers you in a way, you're probably, let me not say, you got to question how much of a hip hop fan you really are, right? Some of y'all have to admit, right? You are fans of one artist. You are not fans of hip hop. You like one artist and you like to argue. You do.
The whole conversation when it comes to the beef, post and pre, has always been argumentative. What people don't understand, especially when you come to this channel, what people fail to understand is that your emotions are in front of the thoughts that you want to give out. And if you continue to give your emotions in front of the things that you should be saying, then you're going to say things that you shouldn't be saying. Let me start there first. Now, this can go 2 ways once again, because now we can go into rant territory, or I can speak power and speak life into anybody and everybody that listens and taps in with this video. I'm going to speak life because I came in here with the intention of just helping other people, especially people here in Toronto and Canada, just understanding your network is your net worth. Your network is your net worth. If you cannot understand that topic or that quote in itself, please take the time to understand it. You are burning bridges that should be built and fortified. But if you put things out like this, I pray this is rage bait. I pray y'all are not going down the route I think y'all are going, because it is not going to be well. You're making it harder for Toronto artists. You're literally telling the world multiple reasons as to why you can skip over us. That is not good. We need help here. Whether you like it or not, you need to understand you must build your network. If you cannot do that, please. And this is a Hip Hop Hoops, because I'm a fan. Toronto Rap Stars, fan. Everybody, fans. Please stop trying to make arguments. Put your emotions to the side and please allow yourself to think logically. What you are putting here is not smart. If you are going to sit here and say that every single one of these individuals here is the worst thing to happen to hip hop, well, we can take Anthony Fantano out of that. Now, I don't know the Anthony Fantano situation, but I just heard some nonsense was brought back up from the past. Not a fan of that. I don't subscribe. Never did. Never tapped in with his videos. I don't go there for my information. So you can take him off that. Okay? Well, keep him there and take everybody else off that. Now, what people need to understand, if you are going to say these 8 individuals are the worst things to happen to hip hop, and you have no idea about who they are or what they did, we got a problem. And last time I checked, isn't Jeremy Hecht Canadian? Just because he's in LA doesn't mean he don't know about Canada. Well, but my point is, he is still Canadian. Anytime, okay. Because I wanna bring the energy down. I wanna bring the energy down a little bit because I don't want to turn up too much. I'm here to give out energy and give out just give out the things that I think about, that I understand, that I believe are important to the individuals that want to watch this. I pray Hip Hop Hoops watches this. I pray, because I hope I can help show y'all that it's just important to open up your mind and just understand the details, the information, and everything and anything in between to help you get to the final product. Because what you put out, this tweet is not good. It is not good in any kind of way. Jeremy Hecht is Canadian, guys. What are we doing? We gotta do better. It is not wise. It's not logical to be moving like this without taking the time to just learn and understand where these individuals are coming from. If they're giving you the facts and details as to why they move like this, they do that, then why are we here just ignoring the details, the information given to us? This is what I'm talking about. Take your feelings out the conversation. Open your mind and let's talk. Build your bridges. Build your network, because your net worth is going to matter. And let's not just look at let's look at everyone else, from glassesmalone, Curtis King, Company Man, robmarkman, DJ Head, TDE Punch, Screwface, Jeremy. What are we doing? Why do we refuse to understand the situation before we talk? That's my question. Why do we not take the time to understand before we open our mouths? That's my question. I sat here, watched numerous videos on a plethora of individuals, taking my time to understand where do they come with this kind of conclusion. And then when I do my research and I conclude said research, I walk out saying, I understand this situation better. Now I have to look back at Toronto and say, how can we apply some of the information that I learned to us so we can make ourselves great? That's what I do. We need to make ourselves great. We need to stop relying on single-digit individuals on making a change, knowing that they're slowly aging out. Why is that hard to understand? Let's keep going.
Do not like hip hop. And that goes not just for Drake fans, that goes for everybody. The internet has just become Stan Wars, and it's really kind of getting annoying, right? So we're going to talk about, let's just go down this list. If you don't know the people in here, it's glassesmalone, Justin the Company Man, Curtis King, robmarkman, DJ Head.
And you're getting a wide range. You're getting a wide and wonderful range from each and every individual here, from journalism to the actual talent, to the actual skill, to the actual drive, the actual energy of being said rapper. Look at who is here, from Glasses to Curtis, and we go over to Screwface. Come on, guys, what are we doing? If you want talent, you go to these individuals for talent. If you want journalism, we go to the Company Man. We go to robmarkman. We go to Jeremy. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? We need to do better. robmarkman, if everybody knows his legendary Kendricklamar interview when they were sitting in the backyard and he with the, you know what I'm saying? He's sitting there with them guys behind him. Come on, what are we doing? Legendary interview with Kendrick. Guys, what are we doing now? When we look at TDE Punch, we know where he at. He be with TDE. He knows what to do with the ideal artist. and make them and turn them into outstanding, not extraordinary, outstanding individuals. And DJ Head, come on, man. Come on. We all know he not just a DJ. Especially what he's doing right now on the Effective Immediately podcast. We know what he be doing. That's another part of journalism in a sense. We need to do better. Shout out Ginaviews.
Punch, Fizza, Fantano, and
Jeremy.
Oh my God! Why did I just Jeremy Hecht? Sorry, Jeremy. My brain just right there. I knew it. I don't know why my brain. So let's really go down, because I think what this tweet did was actually play their hand, because the interaction that I got from this tweet was nothing but positive. And I'll show you the quote tweets, to a point where I didn't realize I had this much love. For real. Because sometimes I just work and put my head down. And I don't really look at myself as like hip-hop media, right? I mean, you can call me whatever you call me. I'm more like a rapper who's just giving his opinion on music. But before we can get down to this list, there is a Twitter account that really, we don't know who this is. Could be a bot. Could have nothing to, probably really doesn't have much to do with hip hop, or has the cachet or a history of.
It's not a bot, man. Shout out to Hip Hop Hoops, man. Shout out to Hip Hop Hoops. Man, I would love, if y'all do podcast interviews, I would love to sit with y'all and we can have a conversation, because we got to do better here.
Of it. Calling real rappers, journalists, people who've been in hip hop before. It's ironic that you picked all these people, because everybody here has had careers in hip hop even before their YouTube pages. Like, which is a weird thing. But let's just go down the list of who this is. Glasses Malone.
Bro, Jeremy Hecht is Canadian, guys. What are we doing? Oh my goodness, wow.
Glasses Malone is a West Coast legend. Glasses Malone is a Cash Money artist who's got songs with Birdman, Wayne, a legend. I have a song with Glasses Malone. Glasses Malone is somebody that I've known of before YouTube. We're not even going to talk about before the beef, right? Because people think that some of these people, because on the OV Ho side, I hate calling it side, but those people, they've clearly tried to make this a whole sides thing. That side has a lot of people who just started from this beef. Nobody on here started from this beef. Not one person. So Glasses Malone, West Coast legend, has been that. If you don't know who Glasses Malone is, it kind of shows a little bit of your hip hop knowledge. So that's already cleared. He's been in hip hop, right? He's been a rapper. He's been putting in, not only is he give his opinion in rap, that's why I kind of give people who create a little bit more, because not only does he critique and give his opinion, but he creates to be critiqued and opinionated, or to be, people have their opinion on him. So that shows he's also not scary. You understand me? And he loves this art so much, he'll create it, comment on it. It's the same thing. I don't look at him like hip hop media as much as I look at him as a rapper with an opinion. And I guess you can call it media, because nowadays a lot of basketball players with opinions are sports media. So if you consider me or him media, cool. It's whatever. The company man, Justin. If you don't know Justin, bro, like
that guy, okay, protected, anointed. This one is special right here. We don't play about Justin Hunt. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Company Man himself. Salutes all around. Glasses Malone, Company Man, Curtis King, robmarkman, DJ Head, TDE Punch, Screwface, and Jeremy. All salutes all around, man.
Shame on you. To act like the worst thing. This is where they overshot. This is like the first. Justin? Ooh, y'all shot crazy. And this is why y'all thing got ate up and people just were cooking it. All right, and gave it a positive. So I'm not even going too much on Justin. Like, come on, it's all happening. Curtis. Fact. Curtis King, and I've noticed some people don't really know Curtis' lineage, right? Curtis is somebody who was the DIY, do-it-yourself, independent content creator on YouTube at one time. period. Before I started doing YouTube, before there was this channel you're on right now, I used to watch Curtis King to try to understand about DistroKid, understand independent stuff. Curtis has helped a lot of independent artists, even myself, coming up. He probably don't even know to what extent. So like, not only is he that, but he is a producer who's produced for TDE and a rapper. So this whole top list, you look crazy because you put 2 rappers, 2 creators of the art, and Justin's also a creator by the content he creates, but like 2 actual practitioners and people who cover it. So it's like, if rappers and actual media people who cover being in hip hop is bad for hip hop, but random bot pages that don't show their face, or people who are just have parasocial relationships or have boiled down their whole careers to gotcha moments that won't work because
This post was a mistake, man. I'm just sitting here thinking about the numerous bridges that can be attached to every single one of these individuals, and with hip hop hoops in Toronto. My God, man. My God. Y'all should never have put that out.
they really have PTSD because they feel like a fan base roasted them off the internet, so they had to come back. I understand. The quote that I have for certain people, for one person, not even one person, but there's a person who is the poster art of this, is, I heard this quote: sometimes when a child gets shunned from a village, he comes back to burn down that village to feel its warmth. That's why I could kind of understand how some people lost their minds in this. Some people felt attacked, so they felt like they had to attack back. School shooter mentality, where it's like, I got bullied, so I got to kill everybody. My whole life is dedicated to this. I don't care if it ruins what I have. I don't care if I kill my algorithm. I don't care if my videos are tanking because I'm making content people don't want to see. I don't care if da-da-da-da. My life on this is dedicated to getting you. Okay, cool. Then we got Robmarkman. Robmarkman, bro. It really just shows how much people know Robmarkman. I'm gonna just give you one interview from Robmarkman. You remember that interview where Kendrick is with all them, you know what I mean?
There you go.
In the I don't know if it's the Nickersons, but
there you go. Everybody, if you are tapped in with hip hop, everybody knows about that interview. Without a doubt, everybody knows about that interview, man. Wow. That was a good call out by me, man. That's crazy.
A lot of red, whole lot of red, and they lifted it. That's Robmarkman's interview. Robmarkman is a staple in hip hop, right? I also found like this video is a good video to educate people. I have a big platform. Maybe some people don't know why these people are where they are or why they are.
And that's the energy I want to be on as well. Because it's better to be informed than to be uninformed. Because you can make better judgments and make better decisions when you have the knowledge and information that you need by your side before you put out a tweet like this. Because putting out a tweet like this, you're damaging the potential connections we could make. One thing I learned, salute to my dog, is that I never want to burn a bridge unless that bridge deserves to be burnt. Just think about that for a second. I don't want to burn a bridge unless that bridge deserves to be burnt. The last thing you want is to damage something where you can potentially build something to make others flourish. Don't make it just about you. You can only go oh so far by yourself, depending on who you have by your side is going to determine what kind of network you're going to build. Trust me. I just look at this tweet and I just wish it wasn't made, because a lot of us here in Canada can learn and benefit from any single one of these individuals. Damn.
Are voices, or why they are important voices. And you want to know how I know that they're important voices? People wouldn't put them on these lists if they weren't. You under dig it? All right, then we got DJ Head. DJ Head definitely had a huge blow up situation this year. There's also, I guess, an appreciation video. DJ Head had a lot of a boost this year, but DJ Head has always been a staple of the West Coast, bro. Mm-hmm. I've alone been watching. I watched DJ Head since he had that interview with Hops and Right when Funk Volume broke up. I was watching him a little before that. I was watching DJ Head when he had that. I think it was was it a podcast with two other people? Like, y'all gotta do your education. Y'all gotta do your stuff. That's Head. So Head has helped a lot of people in the career before YouTube. Helped us. Go ask West Coast artists. I live in the West, bro. You feel me? I'm in Vegas and I hear about artists and people that has stuff, because a lot of people from LA will come here, but vice versa. When I be in LA.
Basically, when we talk about DJ Head is the individual that is behind the scenes putting in the work. But when you see him, you know that he's sitting down with somebody very important, and it's not easy to get those interviews. Like I said, another part of journalism. But he's more like he was in the shadows before. Unless your ear is to the streets, you wouldn't know. He'd be in the shadows for a lot of us regular folk. We wouldn't understand. But when we see him sit down with, oh, you're saying, well, how you get this? He's working in the background. Come on, man.
LA, you hear of Head, bro. You hear DJ Head. And then we talk about, like, what, nigga?
TD
what? Punch? Really, nigga? Really? So a nigga who literally has done things that have shaped and changed hip hop, has signed artists, has managed artists who are some of the most prolific artists to this date right now. Mm-hmm. Really, nigga? And this also shows how one base of people are ready to burn this culture to the ground because they felt like they man's lost. I mean, because their man's lost, and they felt like this is going to be some sort of Vic for them. Then we'll go to this guy right here, this black-ass, big-nose nigga, scrufacejean right here. We're going to talk about him, right? Let me just quickly...
Hey, you better love your African features, King.
So I don't toot my own horn for too long. Ain't nobody going to tell me what I am to hip-hop, because I am hip-hop. You can't go to where I'm from and say my name and it don't mean something. I am in the paper for being one of the first local artists to sell out a show. I've done shows with Kendrick, me and Jeezy. Name the artists. Bunch with MGK, bunch with Tech 9. Before I ever uploaded a reaction. You under dig it? Mm-hmm. You under dig it? I had a 1 million view song on my original page that y'all don't even know about my original page. At the end of the day, look at me as rap media or don't look at me as rap media. It's whatever. I am a rapper giving his opinion. That's it. That's it. I don't got to make the list. I don't got da-da-da. But ain't nobody going to tell me anything about hip-hop. This is the only culture I know. This is my culture. I've created it. I've pushed it. I've helped artists. You understand me? And then Anthony Fantano, who is somebody who has had... He's the biggest music review. Let's keep it real. He's the biggest music reviewer on YouTube. He's the most impact. Even as a reactor, right? There might be reactors, or sometimes when you react to something and you get views or something. But Anthony Fantano is quite literally somebody that artists will put his name or like talk about him like Post Malone and stuff. He is, however you feel about him, he is important to this culture. Just because his skin is white and just because it does not mean, just because his people didn't create this culture does not mean that he doesn't have a place in it. And whatever, of all the stuff that, however you feel him, that's a whole different conversation, or this, that, and the third. But Anthony Fantano is somebody who has changed and helped change hip hop. He is, no matter how you take it. And Jeremy is somebody, I'm not as aware of Jeremy or what he's done. But from what I've been watching of Jeremy did not start with this battle. Jeremy has been pre this battle. Jeremy has had stuff out before this battle. And I'm loving watching his ascension. I'm loving watching what he's doing. And one thing I've noticed about
Hip Hop DX with Elliot Wilson, man, come on.
This seems like the real hip hop media list. Like, does it not feel like the actual hip hop? Not, like I said, I don't know if I consider myself, but it really does. No matter how you feel about anybody on here, these are people who have, especially within the last year, have helped be some of the biggest tastemakers of in the genre right now. And everybody here shows their face and has made impacts. So they take the good and the bad with that, and that's why I rock with them. Now, I thought that this was going to just be a bunch of, owls just trying to get their shit off, right? I went to the quotes.
Is that ish?
We'll look at a few of these quote tweets because this video going longer than I thought. So, No Hook West posted, I beg to differ, and posted this list, and this shit got 8,000 thumbs up. By the way, the original post, 2,000.
Damn.
400 retweets. That's why I said, that's why I started realizing, damn. Whoa, y'all just kind of showed what people really think. 8,000, right? Whooping feet, I'll raise you. 25,000.
Whoa.
25,000, nigga. Wow.
Bro, hip hop hoops, man. Oh, Jeremy Hecht made a post.
My mind is blown when I saw some of this. Jeremy, 4.2 thousand.
What?
4.2 thousand.
Hold on, no, go back and read his. What did he say? What did Jeremy say?
Wow, my mind is blown when I saw some.
I'm doing what? Hold on, let me read this. I'm doing what COVID did. They'll never get over. Woo, 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 woo. Oh my God. Jeremy Hecht from the three. Oh my God. From the free throw line. Easy bucket. Wow.
Some of this. Jeremy, 4.2 thousand. 4.2 thousand. JG. I like this tweet. If you think actual hip-hop journalists, DJs, and Head is an actual DJ, sorry to throw, and record executives are the worst thing to happen to hip-hop, then you, my friend, need to delete your account and never speak anything again, you dweeb. They not like us applies to you 110%. JG.
What have you done, man? What have you done? What have you done? And this is something that I've been talking about for a while on this channel, man. When it comes down to simple education, just informing yourself, just learning, just keep the information in your brain, man. The same individuals that you put onto that post are individuals that you can easily benefit, and just not just benefit, but it's like the possibility of building something would be very substantial, especially if you were tapped in with Jeremy. If you're tapped in with Jeremy, then you would know. Canadian. Now you have Hip Hop Hoops, which is Canadian, and now you got Jeremy. Like, what are we doing? Bro, we're supposed to be working with each other. We're not supposed to be going up against each other like this. What part of the game is this? It's a terrible look on the city because we're in a point where we need this win. We need wins. We need wins. We cannot rely on these wins from certain individuals, knowing that we have a plethora of players that can compete. That's what we have here. But if we're not giving them life, giving them energy, giving them knowledge, information, just giving them the tools they need to be great. If we're not doing that, we have a problem. We have a big problem. And y'all know what follows with what I say when it comes to having a big problem. How do you solve for X? You can't run from algebra. Algebra is everywhere, no matter where you go. You're always going to have a formula, math equation, whatever. You need to solve said equations. You have to. Because how you were going to get to the answer? Just think about that. We should be building with each other. We should be growing with each other. With the same unity, the same diversity that we speak about here in this country. It don't apply. If I'm going to be honest, the only time it applies is when there's a photo op. That's the only time when it applies. We need to step out of those borders and step into reality. Because once you understand what's around you in reality, then you would also understand that we have a lot of work to do. We must build with each other. We must build, period. If we cannot do that, we have a problem. You can't run from it. You can't hide from it. It's going to hit you in the face all the same. If you can't understand it, if you don't listen to it, the trade-off is going to be egregious. This tweet is not good, period. We can do so much better than doing things like this. We must take our emotions and put it to the side. We must step into the realm of reality so we can understand these things better. If you are going to think and lead with your emotions, you have to be on the bench. Because as a team, that's not how teams win. Teams win with discipline. Teams win with training. Teams win with unity, togetherness. That's what we need to do.
You my nigga. Hold on, nigga. Hold on. Hold this heart, nigga. Hold this heart, nigga. JG, you a real one. If you don't follow him. I don't even know what else he be saying, but that was...
Also, it is so easy to change the narratives about us. It is so easy to change those narratives. But we must pour into each other to change every single narrative about what they think when it comes to Toronto or Canada in general. That's what we must do.
With some real facts. And this is what I showed when I went, oh, they overshot. And it really shows what the actual culture thinks. I didn't even know this. This shit motivated me so much more. My boy at $HVN, Shivan. Anybody who believes this is anti-hip-hop, thank you. Every one of these guys truly cares and loves this thing we all love. Amen. I already hearted that. London, they got laughed at almost unanimously when they made this bullshit. So they tried again. This isn't even a war within hip hop culture because accounts like this are not in the culture. Iggy in the handle gotta stand for ignore. Oh, you a rapper? Hold on, London, you a rapper, nigga? Hold this heart, nigga. Robmarkman is one of the quintessential rap bloggers. Saying this means you have no idea about hip hop. You overshot, man. You overshot.
Shout out Jalopy.
No idea about hip hop. You overshot, man. You overshot. The company man makes some of the best rap journalism in the We're done here, bro. We're done here. Ladies and gentlemen, my Chains and Whips freestyle is coming. I had to add a whole nother verse on the end of it. Thank you guys for all the love that y'all have been showing me. Whether you consider me hip-hop journalism or just a rapper with his opinion. Either if you look at me as Stephen A. Smith or you look at me as Gilbert Arenas, who's I guess I still play. So, okay, pick one of the players who still plays on his blog. I respect it. I love it. I just love the fact you're here. And this whole Stan War thing, I guess I don't have time to go into my theory about Drake fans really, the Drake Twitter accounts really being against them. So we'll talk about that later. But thank you guys again. And this motivated me so much. And I will continue to push this culture. It's all I know. Shout out to everybody on that list. If you ask me, that's the real hip hop journalism list. I hope this starts a conversation. And at this point, the battle caused a split. Posts like this are solidifying what is the good and the bad side. And I hate the fact that, because I never looked at it like that. But there's a side that is not, a lot of them don't show their faces. A lot of them are really on there to just more bot behavior, and a lot of the stuff they push is not even a celebration of hip-hop. Bro, I've covered Jid's album, Freddie Gibbs' album, the Clips album. I did a Yeet song reaction, the Benzino reaction, and some people have quite literally, of course I'm always going to have my Drake and Kendrick content because they're the biggest rappers. It's like being a politician and not having Biden or Trump stuff. Of course I'm going to have that, or political channel, and not, of course I'm going to have that, but I cover other things too. There are quite literally some people who have not had one thing outside of this, whether it's their posts, whether it's their videos they post, and at this point y'all just showed your hand. One of these posts had 25,000 hearts. What? They'll never get over it. Oh, that's what Jeremy said. Hold on, my bad, did I not read Jeremy's? I'm doing what COVID did. They'll never get over it. Bar him, Jeremy. Bar him, nigga. And if anybody on this list ever needs me for something, hit me up, bro. Because now, before, if I didn't know, now I know that we are linked. And it seems like no matter what you do, 20 years from now, when the story of this time is told, you will not be able to tell it without these 9 faces. So, salute.
Why is it that we don't understand what's going on in front of us? Why is it that we never understand that? That's my question. Just think about that for a second. Dwell in that realm for a second. Why is it that we fail to understand these things? Imagine the country that speaks and preaches about unity. You just unified them. Some of them are already friends with each other, but you pretty much just unified them with that post. When are we going to unify is my question. That's what I would love to know, because we're struggling here, whether we like it or not, whether we want to admit it or not. We struggle here. If you sit there and refuse to admit that, that's on you. I'm in the realm of reality. That's where I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at the reality behind these things. And if you are in that realm with me, then you understand that we are presented with a lot of problems and little solutions. If you've been following this channel for a while, I've been saying said problems. Now, we don't necessarily have solutions, but at least putting the problem out there can create other conversations, and somebody can help to get to a solution. But the main thing is to have the right conversations, not the wrong ones. Posts like this is like having the wrong conversation, and we need to stop doing that. We have to stop doing that, because it's more damaging than healing. We need to stop moving like this. We need to stop acting like this, because it's only going to present us with more problems. If we cannot understand said problems, we have a problem. That's all it is. I want to help build. I want to help set the foundation. Let me help set up the concrete. Let's set up the frame. How do we want this building to look? How big we want this building to be? Let me go get a couple trucks. I'm going to go get them. We're going to set up this concrete. We're going to figure it out. And we're going to build this damn apartment building, condo building, office building. Whatever we need to build, we're going to build it. But if we don't show up for day one of work, we will never build anything. We need to do better here. Period. That's it. That's it. Posts like this. Just look at other subtweets. Look at the other quotes people dropped out there. Y'all are throwing random names up thinking y'all are gonna hurt somebody's heart. You just gave out blessings and healings with this post to the individuals that are on that list. You unified and brought them together almost. We need to just focus on what we have here, because there's a lot of building that we need to do. Do we have the talent? Yes. Do we have the artistry? Without a doubt. Do we have the drive? 1,000%. That Toronto cipher that I posted is an example of that. We have to do better. We need to do better. I believe in our potential. I believe in our drive. I believe in our determination. I believe in our work ethic. I believe in everything that we can do to be great. But if we cannot show up for that first day of work, things like this are going to happen. This is the Flexing My Network, y'all. Y'all know the vibe.
I don't live in present tense, so just over a Daytona. Girl, my life been like a kid drama. Walking to.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.